Hey guys, welcome to Fight Night Friday, and today we have a battle report, 2,000 points with a doubles game. So it's Des and Walker doing a double recording. So this is in preparation for a tournament in a couple weeks, so we'll go over our list just really roughly. Oh, I'm playing Chaos Demons, Sid is playing Tyranids, Walker is playing his Space Wolves. Eldar. And so I'll go over ours first. Right now this is deployment and Eldar have first turn. And so for Demons, Demon Prince of Nurgle, level 3 Biomancy with a greater gift, and he got a lance one shot thing. These Plague Bearers, 10 of them, 10 Corn Hounds, the Soul Grinder of Nurgle this game, and he has the Phlegm Blast. And I have a Great Unclean one that's going to Deep Strike, and he's level 3 Biomancy. We rolled really well and got Iron Arm on him, and then outflanking Turvagon. So this guy doesn't have Iron Arm, but they have some other moves. I think I got the best possible
endurance
thing.
And
Leech Life.
Leech Life. This guy has Endurance and the Primaris.
Yep.
The Trigon has Leech Life and Iron Arm.
Yep.
This guy just has normal powers.
So yeah, Tyranids, we have 2 units of 10 gaunts that make these troop.
So both Turgon's troop got Flying Hive Tyrant as my HQ. And then I have
Doom of Malantai.
Doom Malantai in a Mesa Sport and
5 Yamara. And on Space Wolves, you guys have 2 Drop Pods, Grey Hunters in each with Meltas. One Rune Priest is in one.
the Dwarf.
And he has like runic armor and what else? He's only not a master of runes, he's just the level 1. But he has the Jaws. Jaws and Living Lightning.
Yeah.
And this has one of his Forge World Flyers that's proxying Crimson Hunter. These Terminators are proxying
My Wraithguard, one of them are with the D-Scythes and the other are just Wraith Cannons.
You got some Long Fang, 5 missile launchers with the Sergeant, 2 Wave Serpents with their like scatter lasers and
their Shuriken Cannons.
So they have lots of shooting. And then he has 5 Thunderbolts,
2 Storm Shields and a Thunderhammer, and 2 of them have Melta Bombs.
Yeah, lots of Melta Bombs, and 1 Fire Prism in the corner. So we rolled big guns, never tire, and they're heavier scoring, and there are 5 objectives. One is here, there, there, and there, and there. Okay, so Sid is going to try and steal the initiative.
I do it all the time. It's just gonna happen.
Oh my god!
I told you.
A 6.
I'm
Okay.
the best at stealing initiative.
So, Demons and Tyranids turn 1?
Yay!
Okay, so turn 1 Demons and Tyranids after stealing the initiative.
Oh yeah.
These Plague Bear, I'll start on this side and go over. He cast Iron Arm, and I rolled a 5 and a 5, so he's at 8 toughness and I think 9 strength, something like that. These guys moved up here through cover, so they've got a 4. He cast endurance on himself, yeah. And
over here, the Turvagon spawned 10 gaunts, but got 2 4s and a 2, so he's done spawning for the game.
then he cast Catalyst on himself. So if anyone knows about Tyranid rules, we're not sure if you can cast on yourself, but we did anyways. This guy shot his phlegm over here, bam, and wounded, hit the side of this, and Des made his Jinx save of a 6.
Woo! My first Jinx save ever.
So my blast hit, wounded 3 of those. The Storm Shield at the front took 1 wound. And then I was really lucky, shot my Harvester, 3 more shots at that unit, and he ended up dying, and no one else got wounded. So good job, Soul Grinder. These corn guys scouted up there, moved. Could have been in assault range first turn, but because of scouting, can't assault. So that is the end of our turn. So Space Wolf and Eldar turn 1, and it was an amazing turn in fact. So these guys were really risky. Drop potted over here, scattered back 8, just out of falling off the board. This Rune Priest split from a squad. Those guys were there. And these guys shot their Melta at the back of the Soul Grinder. Pierced, but I made my 5-up invulnerable. But this Rune Priest right here passed his shadow in the warp. Jaws of the World Wolf. The Turvagon said, and he
Rolled a
died.
6.
Rolled a 6, but then we found out, oh my god, shadow in the warp. And he rolled an 8, so he would need a 1 or 2 for the power to work. And Walker rolled a 1, so it still worked.
The gift of rolling low.
Then it hit 3 gaunts as well. None of them died, but it killed one of the Cornhounds. Over here,
The power of a wave serpent.
the Wave Serpent shot and killed my Demon Prince.
So it turned its serpent shields into a gun. It got 5 shots because it rolled a 4+1. It just killed them.
And everything was Twin Link. Didn't miss anything at
Back
all.
off for a
Shot.
shot.
I had five 5-ups to make, and I made one 5-up. And he only had 4 wounds, so he died, even with the toughness of 8.
Yeah, like I got a 666 and a 5+1.
So, one more thing, these Long Fangs shot over here with their crack shots and took 1 wound off the Hive Tyrant. Turn 2, Demons and Tyranids. We were lucky and everything came on for reserves for us, so these Yamarl popped up on this building, and they assaulted the Long Fangs and killed them. But that was thanks to this Doom of Malantai sucking up 2 lives from the Thunderwolves, and then 4 lives from the Long Fang. So he got all the way up to 10 wounds, shot his blast at this Wave Serpent,
and failed on penetrate of a 1.
Yeah, he rolled a 1, so it did nothing.
So he took 2 wounds.
He came on here, he got his Iron Arm, so he is plus only 1 toughness, but still brings him to 8 and plus 2 strength. He also gave these Hounds Endurance, which gave him It Will Not Die, Feel No Pain, Relentless. So they end up rolling really good in combat with these guys, but just tied. So 1 Hound died, and one of those guys took 2 wounds. So they are at 2 guys. This Soul Grinder turned around, and with the help of the Gaunts, assaulted these Grey Hunters. But something extremely awesome happened. I rolled 11 on the Warpstorm table, so his Rune Priest had to take a leadership with 3d6 or turn into a Herald. And guess who's here? A Herald. He rolled an 11, so the Rune Priest that did so much got possessed by Chaos for killing too big of a creature. And turned into this guy of Tzeentch. I gave him Divination level 1, made these guys reroll armor saves. So that's what helped in combat here. And the Turvagon outflanked on this side. Couldn't assault, but he got his Iron Arm off, so he's Eternal Warrior, which makes him a little safe from these
Wraith
Cannons with Strength 10 and Distort, which could auto-kill him. So, this is Eldar Space Wolves turn 2.
Yeah.
So, Drop Pod came down on their turn 2. These guys popped out and very unluckily did 0 wounds to these Plague Bearers. They hit 13 times, wounded 4, and then I made all my 4-up cover. So this Turvagon was awesome, and he soaked up damage from the Fire Prism. This Wave Serpent took 3 wounds, and the Wraithguard that jumped out and shot him with Strength 10 weapons. So he only took 3. Had
It was
Feel No Pain
Eternal.
and stuff.
It was Eternal, so he didn't auto-die.
Yeah, so their Distort weapons didn't kill him. Then the Wraithguard decided to assault him, and then he ended up killing 2 in combat.
It was a bad choice.
And then sweeping and advanced them, so that was awesome. This guy here was shot down by this Wave Serpent, so he took a grounding check. And then he has, how many wounds left? He took 2, right?
No, he only has 2 wounds left.
He only has 2 wounds left.
But he does have It Will Not Die.
Yeah, it will not die, so hopefully he gets them back on my turn. This Doom was crazy. Absorbed the life out of the Thunderwolves in combat here.
He killed them.
This
Both of them.
ship flew down, shot its Strength 8 shots on it, 4 hits, 4 wounds.
If
and
I
he
failed
got
any of them, I would have died, and
Yep.
I rolled all past
4
3 up.
3 up. So he is alive, back with 10 wounds. These guys are right there. They're gonna get absorbed. This Drop Pod shot over here and took a wound off the Herald. So these Wraithguard had their D-Scythe weapons with flamers and flamed all the Yamarl up there, so they did kill those. So that is the end of the turn 2. So Demons and Tyranids turn 3. What happened? Starting over here, this Turvagon assaulted the Wave Serpent, took out 2 hull points, and it can't shoot next turn, or it has to shoot Snapfire. It only spawned 5 Gaunts.
And double.
And a double 1, so that means this whole game, 2 Turvagons spawned a total of 15, which is half the average of just 1. Over here with these Wraith Guard, this Great Unclean One declared a charge, so then they fired Overwatch on him and didn't end up wounding him, but I failed my Iron Arm, and
it was risky.
Yeah, so he went to have Eternal Warrior, so they could have killed him, but I did it just to protect these Gaunts, which didn't end up doing anything in combat, but Doom got weakened to strength 7 wounds, and his blast ended up scattering and killing 1 Gaunt. Or actually, no.
It hit 1 Gaunt and I rolled a 1 to wound.
Hit 1 Gaunt, rolled a 1 to wound. This Hive Tyrant over here flew over this Wave Serpent and didn't hit anything with the Vector Strike, but turned around and shot its Brain Leech Worms and ended up killing it from glancing shots. And over here I summoned my Portal Glyph, some Demonettes popped out, and I got 6 of them, and then they ran 6 and moved 6, so they got that objective back there. This one's open, but the Gaunts are going to try and claim that. Over here, my Herald of Tzeentch assaulted the drop pod, so he couldn't shoot me on my turn. This Soul Grinder shot his blast, hit the group of Grey Hunters, wounded every single one on a 2-up, and then they all weren't in cover, so everyone died. So that was the best shot he's ever done. And these guys moved over here, and those Plague Bearers moved out of the way in case that didn't go so well. So this is turn 4 recap of both turns. Basically, the Eldar made a last chance effort to try and tie it up. So over here, this guy shot, took out 2 wounds, it has 1 left, and then this Fire Prism could have took out the last wound. He rolled a 1, but it would have made these guys maybe take damage, so we'd have no troops in this area, so he would have got that. But because he didn't, this Turvagon would assault, so say that's at least contested.
Yeah.
So that's contested. Over here, these guys are left by themselves, the Plague Bearers in the trees, so we got 1 there. This one would have gone to the Gaunts, who are just going to move up, with this guy bodyguarding them. This combat, we didn't play it out, but
looks like
it looked like it would probably be even. Or this Hive Tyrant would have jumped in. And this guy would also absorb their life before the shooting, so my Demonettes over there would have got 1, so we would have 2.
Portal Glyph.
So we would also got more demons to spawn from that on a 4-up, which see, I rolled a 5, so they would have, another unit would have came in to get that objective. This Soul Grinder is on that objective, and because big guns never tire, he would have got that, or these Gaunts right there. And that's about it. So I would say this would be a Tyranid demon victory. So good army preparation for the tournament in a few weeks. So changes that we would do would be
fly on the Hive Tyrant and the Nurgle Demon.
Yeah, flying them on, because you start them up 12 inch and then you jump 12, or you can just fly them on 24 and they're way safer because they get 6s to hit and all that. So that's probably what we're gonna do. The Great Unclean One did well, hasn't even taken a wound. And yeah, so our troops, we did really low average spawning, so that could also been completely different. This guy outflanking actually ended up helping a bit in the end, so because my Demon Prince was supposed to be the guy jump over here and kill stuff, but he died first turn. So that is it. If you guys liked the video, please subscribe and thumbs up, and we'll see you guys next time.
Rock on!